Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that has fascinated humanity for centuries, the afterlife. Now, before we jump in, I want to say that I'm not here to push any one belief over another, but rather to explore some of the most interesting, research-backed perspectives and real facts about what might happen after we leave this world. So, grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's get started. When we talk about the afterlife, most of our understanding comes from two major sources: religious and scientific perspectives. Religions around the globe have offered explanations for what happens after death for millennia. Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, and many other faiths have rich narratives about heaven, hell, reincarnation, and spiritual liberation. These narratives have provided comfort, moral guidelines, and a sense of purpose for millions of people. But aside from these beliefs, can science tell us anything concrete? One of the most compelling areas of research is the study of near-death experiences, or NDEs. These are reported by people who have come close to death and then returned to tell their stories. Many report feelings of profound peace, out-of-body experiences, encounters with bright lights, or even meetings with deceased loved ones. While these experiences are subjective and vary widely, researchers have been trying to understand them using neuroscience. For example, some studies suggest that a surge of brain activity or the release of certain neurochemicals might explain these vivid sensations. Although this doesn't prove an afterlife exists, it does show that our brains are capable of generating experiences that feel remarkably real when pushed to their limits. Now, let's talk about the concept of energy conservation. In physics, one of the most well-established laws is that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only change forms. Some theorists propose that our consciousness might also follow this rule, potentially surviving the physical death of the body in some form. However, this idea is highly speculative and not widely accepted in mainstream science. It does offer an intriguing perspective, though. If our minds are a form of energy, then perhaps they continue on in another form after our bodies cease to function. Then there's the fascinating field of quantum mechanics, which challenges our understanding of reality at the smallest scales. Some scientists and philosophers have speculated that consciousness could be linked to quantum phenomena. While this theory is still very much on the fringes of scientific thought, it raises questions about the nature of reality and whether our consciousness is as tied to our physical brains as we once thought. Could there be a quantum afterlife where our minds persist in a different dimension? Again, this remains a hypothesis, but it's one that sparks the imagination and pushes us to rethink what it means to exist. Another important aspect of the afterlife discussion is the impact of cultural anthropology. Every culture has developed its own rituals, beliefs, and practices regarding death and what comes after. In many indigenous traditions, death is seen as a transition rather than an end. These traditions often include ceremonies that honor the deceased and help the living find meaning and closure. Anthropologists have found that these practices not only help communities cope with loss, but also reinforce a sense of continuity and connection among people. While these cultural practices don't provide scientific proof of an afterlife, they do reveal a deep, universal need among humans to understand and cope with the mystery of death. It's also worth mentioning that our understanding of life and death is evolving rapidly. Advances in medical technology, for example, have changed how we view death. With the ability to sustain bodily functions for longer periods and revive patients who were once considered dead, the line between life and death has become increasingly blurred. These advancements force us to re-examine our definitions and challenge our preconceptions about what it means to die. So, what can we conclude? The truth is, we're still in the early stages of understanding the afterlife. While religious traditions offer rich, narrative explanations, and science provides fascinating insights into brain function and energy dynamics, neither side has all the answers. The afterlife remains one of the greatest mysteries of human existence, a topic where empirical research, personal experience, and philosophical inquiry all intersect. In wrapping up today's video, I encourage you to keep an open mind. Whether you lean more towards scientific skepticism or find solace in spiritual beliefs, the search for understanding is a personal journey.